And hello there, this is Wild665, and I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on this animation I've just made. It takes about 1.5 hours to render for me if you use 1080p, and this is it. So it's just a simple, I think it's 6x6x6 boxes, and they use a bomb in the center and they explode outwards, and it reveals whatever's in the middle. So let's go on to 3ds Max. Let's close these. And first of all, we want to create our box. So let's create the box to begin with. It can be any size. I like to use the parameters 10, 10, 10. Okay, and then we want to edit the poly. So convert to an editable poly. Select the vertex. I'm guessing you already know how to do most of the stuff. I'm just going to quickly show this. So then we want to do chamfer. And let's go chamfer it for free, so we get that knife around edge. And let's do it about there. Yeah, we'll do it 3. So there's not too many polys on the actual thing. I said 3. 3. Why is this not working? Let me try again. It's on 3. Oh. That's why. Ugh. What the? Okay, that was a bit weird. Well, so there we are. That's the first bit. Now, on the actual, if I go back to this, on the actual bit, if you notice, the boxes are indented. So let's do that next. So what I want to do is go back up to the top of this settings, then go to edges, then hold Control and click on each of the sides, and you've got all of these. Now you want to select bevel, and let's bring that in. Here. I learned this technique off another YouTuber. I'll put his thing in the description. He's done a couple of videos and they've really helped me when I'm learning how to use 3ds Max. I definitely recommend checking him out. His link will be in the description. So let me get that there, and that is good, I guess. We can use this. The box is indented. Okay, now keep selecting these. Okay, keep hold of these being selected. Then you want to open up your material editor. Drag a material onto the selected vertices, and then also hold Control and press I. That'll invert this. Oh, I missed out a step, sorry. Press grow when you're on these vertices, and then add the thing, and then hold Control, press I, invert it, get the second material and place it on there. This is when I go to the actual animation. This time I made it 2 different colors. Okay, so let's edit the colors. What have I got? I've got a bright black for the other one, so let's change it up a bit, and then I'll do the second one. I'll go for a nice orange. Okay, so now I've got an orange box. Well, a black box with orange outlines. Actually, I'm not going to make it completely black, otherwise it looks just like a silhouette. So let's make it that hue. There we are. So now we've got our first box. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go to the top view. Hit move. We can take out them now. Okay, now hold shift and bring it across so we can clone the box. What just happened? Oh, I'm still in that mode. Oops. Okay, there. Come out of edit poly mode. So let's go on to the create tab so we can change that, and then go on to this, and then we can bring it over here. and we want to copy it. What the hell? Let's do 10 times. So we have 10 boxes opposite. So if we go back into our perspective view, here we have 10 boxes. Okay, so we've got our first 10 boxes. Now zoom out, and then we can hold shift again, and then bring them this way. And we can do 10 again. You can do any number depending on how big you want to make it, but I wouldn't make it too big if I were you. So let's bring this round about the middle. I just like having things centered. Then we want to bring this up. And I don't want to do this as much so we don't have hundreds of boxes going everywhere. Well, we already have 100 10 by 10. I think it's 11 by 11 actually, because we got the one we started off with. Let's have this as 5. So now we have our box of boxes. Okay, this will start to get a bit laggy in a bit because there's a lot of polygons on the scene at the moment. So now what we want to do is oh, actually there's a good thing you can do to get the glossy effect that I got, which is, here we are, with the little light bit, and it just makes it look a bit better instead of just having this. So what I did is, if we go onto the thing, it's already up, then we can put the, let's go here I think, maybe, oh no, which one? One of these. Oh, not maps. Where is it? Oh, right there. You can turn a spectre level up, and that'll make this, and then turn the glossiness up as well. And then we should get this effect. Do that for both of them. So level up, glossiness up, and then we get this little. It's just nicer to have. You can see where it goes. Okay, so next, now we want to place the bomb into the scene. The bomb we'll be using is the P bomb. Yes, the P bomb. So go onto your space warps, and there it is, the P bomb. You can place it anywhere at the moment, and it can be any size. I'm going to put it there. So that is my P bomb. Okay. Now you've got all of these different things to do with the P bomb. Okay, so you've placed your P bomb down. Now highlight all of your, I don't want a big bomb. Now highlight all of your boxes. Now, to get this toolbar up here, which is the toolbar that we use for this, right click on any place of the toolbar and press Mass Effects toolbar, because this is what you use to do all of the Mass Effects. So when you've selected all of the boxes, hold down this button, like the little bouncing circle. Sphere, not circle, it's 3D. And then select set as a dynamic rigid body. That will make it so you can actually, so stuff actually affects it. So let it load quickly, and then you'll know when it's done because it'll all have lines through it and all of that. Now if you deselect this and then click play, you should, when it loads, these boxes should just fall. Now it will be very laggy because there's a lot of polygons, but we'll smooth that out later when we bake it. So highlight all of these. Okay, now we don't really need to change all of these. This is just like the Mass Effects. We want to add forces that are against it, and we want to click on the P bomb. So now the P bomb is one of the things, what forces up against it. So click on the P bomb, and now we can change some of the stuff. So strength, we could have this at anything. We could have it monstrositus, like 1000. Or I'm going to put it as 50. I can't remember how big that'll make it, but I've got it as 50. And I'm going to put it for, after 10 frames, it will start. It will go off. And I'm going to turn the chaos up, because why not? And you can put the range indicator on to see where the stuff go. Right now it's on 20. How big is 20? Okay, sorry for the background noise if you can hear that, but this is where I live at the moment. Okay, so Now we can see the radius. We may want to turn the radius down a bit. How big is 10? Is that good? Is that bad? Come on. Laggy. So let's see how much 5 was. 5. Looks okay. And now, if we go back into our view of all 4 of our windows, we want to place the P-bomb right in the center. Okay, so here we go. Well, center bottom I normally put in. So, stop being so laggy. It's because I use so many of these boxes. Okay. Round about the center there. And now I want to move it. Oh, bottom is good. And let's center it up about there. Okay, so then we have the bomb in place. Now if we press select, it should, if we've got everything right, make it explode after 10 frames. So as you see at the bottom, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now here's the explosion starting. It's very laggy because it's got to simulate it all itself. Now the radius is kind of big, so everything went flying everywhere. So if I pause the animation, you can see that the boxes went absolutely everywhere. Okay, we can tone the radius down a bit because we don't want it to be that big. Oh, the range was at 1000 set. I was looking at the icon size. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's put this down to 100. See how big that is. And also you can hit this to make it look more like a real explosion. So if we put that down to 100 and now hit play, go back to the start, hit play, and after 10 frames, if it loads, there we are. So they drop, and the frames are just loading, and 10. Now it'll explode only very lightly this time, which is good. We like it to be like this. Okay, so if I pause this, zoom in a bit, you can see that we've got this. Now, we can put this into keyframes to stop them lagging. So first, hit this button up here, go to your settings, and click Bake All. Now, this will go through your timeline as a simulation, placing down keyframes every time. So, let's let this go quickly. And it is done. Now, if you select one of the boxes, you can see all of its keyframes of what it does. If I deselect the box, we can see if we move the timeline, we can now actually see what happens. The box explodes, and there. Everything goes flying everywhere. And we can go backwards, and it's like a little point. Okay, so let's go back into our full screen perspective. So still very laggy, lots of boxes everywhere. Now, let's place something in the middle of it. I'm going to quickly get a model, and I'll be right back. And I've got it. We have got the second part. Okay, I am going to use a skull for this. So let me put it in the scene. Just drag and drop. There we are. It's very big at the moment. We might have to scale. We'll have to scale this down a bit. Okay, and let's scale this whole thing down. We don't want to do too big because it's got to be in the boxes. So scale it down. Scale it down a bit more. Oh, not that. That'll do, I guess. Alt W to get back into our 4 view, and let's place it around here and up here and forward into the boxes. If it loads. Forward. Thank you. So now we have the skull inside our boxes, as we can see. I still think it's a bit too big because remember they fall a bit, the boxes do. They fall. So if I go back and edit this, oh come on, and make it smaller. Okay then, so actually I think, from right in thinking, okay, let's go back to this Alt W view, Okay, now there is a skull inside there. I don't think you'll be able to see it. You might, but you can kind of see it in there. If you select this, the keyframes might have disappeared. Oh, they haven't. That's very surprising. But there we are, and it will reveal the skull underneath. There we are. You can use text like I did, and that's how to reveal it. Okay, and that is your 100 frames worth. You can always make it longer. Okay, now I'm going to show you the render settings that I use. So let's go into my render setup. Okay, so range 0 to 100, of course. I'm not actually going to render this because it takes about an hour and a half for me when I do it. 1080p, so it's HD. I always use mental ray. If we go down to the bottom, assign render, click on mental ray if you want to do motion blur, which just makes it look a lot better. So there's motion blur, enable that. So you've got a bit of motion blur, looks a lot better. You want to save it somewhere. I'm not actually going to render this, so I'm not going to do that. But that is how to do that thing, that effect. So tell me if you like the effect, and tell me if I should use it for my intro. I'll put some music to it and that if you think I should use it for my intro. I can do anything with it pretty much.